Okay, we're here today with Melissa, and our good friend Bryan Hickey is going to help us with a brand new video blog to bring you guys up to date on what we're doing, what's on the horizon. So some of you may or may not know that I'm adopted, and something pretty weird happened about 6 months ago. My birth mother found me, and I never said I would seek that out, and I wasn't really, I was very lucky when I got adopted into a really great family. My mom and dad raised me really well, and I was loved. But it was neat to find out where I come from and to see how my best friends that I grew up with, Jim Taylor and Mark Harris, another great friend from college, and even my friend Trey Smith, a lot of my really close friends are adopted. Now that I look back, that's probably not a coincidence. So I encourage you to always look into your roots, even if you aren't adopted, just try to find out where you come from and your family and stuff, because that stuff defines you, and you're born with more innate stuff than you ever would imagine. That's something that you can find out a lot about if you read the book Why Him, Why Her by Helen Fisher. She talks a lot about that, and especially in relationships. You'll seek things out that are innate in you, that you're born with. And a lot of times we feel bad about personality traits and stuff like that, but they're a big part of us, so don't fight them, kind of become aligned with them. And then another surprise, I got a email not too long ago, and I found out that I have a son from 23 years ago when I was with my high school sweetheart, so that's a whole other story that will be developing soon on the horizon. I'll keep you updated on all that. But I'm excited about that, and I finally sold my house and moved, and I've been traveling a lot, spending a lot of time out on the West Coast, and spending a lot of time in Austin too, and just seeing where I want to end up and kind of career stuff and all those things. We had a great show in LA at the House of Blues with Mark Harris last week, and I always go out there and enjoy going out there and hanging out with Mark, and just being on the West Coast. There's a great energy there, and truly that's where the entertainment business is. A lot of people talk about Austin, but West Coast, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Nashville, that's where the real business is. And so if you're in the music business, I think you need to get there and see what you can do there. It's really important. And while I was out in LA, I had another real stroke of luck. I was introduced to a really great guy named Glenn Morshower, and we met through a mutual friend, and he told me about his acting class. And at first I was like, well, how am I going to take your class? I don't live in North Hollywood. And he goes, my class is in Dallas. And I said, in Dallas? And he goes, yes, it is. He goes, you need to get your butt in that room, and it's life-changing. And I did that, and it's one of the reasons I met Bryan. So, small world, and the more you get upper in levels of life, the smaller the world gets. It's really, really strange, And I was lucky enough to just recently take my parents out for dinner for their 60th wedding anniversary. So I was really happy to be able to experience that with them too. So we got a new video coming up on the horizon, and we were going to shoot it in Las Vegas, but Mick Cevallos, the great director that we used on Words of a Song, called me from New Orleans the other day. He was down there shooting on location. He got all excited about New Orleans, and if he gets excited, it's something you should probably listen to. So we are now going to shoot the video this early November in New Orleans. I'm very excited about that. I love the food there. I love the people there. And that's another town where there's a lot of filming and a lot of music business going on. Clint Strong, my good buddy, just called me from there and was telling me he saw 7 or 8 upright bass players on the same street in the same night. And where else in the United States are you going to see that, So Melissa decided to book us a little tour that goes through New Orleans and Houston and Austin. It's going to be going on to December 2. So make sure to stop by erickeys.com, and you can see about that, and want to follow us on Twitter and Facebook if you're not as well, and then we'll keep you up to date on all those shows. And last but not least, we kind of made over my parents' beach house that I grew up in, and I want to thank Lucius, the great Jeff Redding, and Jim Gardner, and Brent Watson, and Eric Johnson, and all of our friends that came down. Even Archie and his wife came and helped do that, and it was a really magical time. My sister came, and we breathed some life into the house that we grew up on the coast. And we're going to do some filming down there for the video and use that as kind of a base. So have a great fall, have a great Thanksgiving, have a great Halloween that's coming up, and we'll look forward to staying in touch with you over the holidays.